Hello there, gamers. How's everyone doing on this wonderful day today? I'm still kinda a little tiny bit sick. I have a slight cough. Garden time? Oh, yes, it is like update day 2, right? I heard that the RNGs are crazy. Right, when you kill the pests, they come to your garden, they give RNG drops, and they sell for like a lot, like hundreds of millions right now. So farming in the garden, farming pests probably makes like gazillions at the moment, as does all that stuff when the new updates come out. I don't know if it's all in the auction house though, or if it's on the bazaar. Okay. Jeez, look at all that Skyblock XP. I got 2. Which the new garden RNGs are worth zillions. I don't know. Does anybody know? What's the most expensive one? How do I see them? Are they in the auction house and in the bazaar? What rarity's a new talent? Yeah, they added a new talisman from Anita. Is there more, or is there just the Anita one? I gotta buy that one. Up here. Oh, you need gold medals. Oh, but it's not soulbound, right? There's this thing too. Beating your personal best is great. Gives you farming fortune as well. What do you actually do with this thing? What happens when I buy this? Is this like a redeemable? Is a talisman from the past itself? What's it called? Give me this. Is this it? Is this a talisman? That is a talisman. What the frick does this thing do? Oh, it gives you different buffs depending on the time of the Skyblock year it is. Buy slug pet. Jeez. Obviously, we're going to be needing that. What does it do? Is it crafted pet? Is this an RNG? How do you get this thing? Inside the bazaar, under the garden category. Oh my. A consumable that can be used 5 times. Gives pet chance. So I need the TNT one for 150 mil. Okay. I have to have it though. I have to have it. So I gotta put 5 of these on here. And I'm assuming I want the expensive reforge, right? Okay. Jeez, that thing looks crazy. There's some sprays and stuff like that too that I gotta buy as well, yeah? So depending on the material that you use inside the spray thing, you can attract different types of pests. One tap? It is a one tap. It dies instantly. Then I got a honey jar too. How much is that worth? Jeez, we're rich. Did I get the new update survey? Yeah, I think that when you capture the pest, you're compensated so much money that it makes it worth going to get it. Watch this. I'm going to get 10 million RNG right now. Bang. 10 million RNG right now. Just kidding, it's actually 13 mil. WTF, I told you, man. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to likely farm on this profile for a long time in the garden and see, like, how much money I get from all the stuff. Because, like, this update makes bank right now, and I want to actually, like, see how much money I can get from doing this before it doesn't make a ton of money anymore. Also, did you make more than treasure hoarders? Yes, for my farming. So, as I mentioned in the last stream, I wanted to do, like, a lot of hours of grinding pests because, as usual, when they release a new update, if you like participate in the new update, it just makes so much money. And I was expecting, right, I was a day late because I didn't do pests on the first day. I did pests on the second day that the update came out. And I was thinking like, oh man, maybe I missed like all the big money and like all the stuff was going to fall off and like not be worth as much as it was on day 1, which is true. But now that we're like days in, 12 million per each one of these books and all the other RNGs as well, right? Like these things are still 20 mil for these. I think I got one of these. I got a bunch of honey jars. These are like more expensive than they were the last 2 days, which is crazy. So I was thinking that the prices of all this stuff was just going to collapse, but it's like gone up or stayed the same. My estimate is that I probably spent about 20 hours and I was using the slug pet at the same time. So I bought the level 1 slug and I paid 81 mil for it. And I just got it to level 100 like 30 minutes ago. And I listed it for 265. I think Yarns just sold one for 275 a couple, like maybe an hour ago. And then he also sold one for 250. So if this sells, I'll have made, you know, like a lot of money leveling that because I bought it for 80 mil. The sugarcane obviously is a big part of this. How much money is this right here? 135 million coins from the sugarcane. We have this. I got one of these books, 15 mil. And then I got one of these and I sold it for 16 mil. These are now, I sold this yesterday, a day ago, and they're 20 mil now. I would have expected it to like have collapsed in price, but like it's literally gone up. So like the amount of money that I've been making the last 2 or 3 days, it's like even higher now than it was because I was selling a lot of these books. I mean, I claimed them. You can see the screenshots right here. So look at what I was selling them for. I was selling them for 7.9 mil and now they're at 12 again. So like all over the place. I sold some of this stuff for like way less than, you know, like 500K for the plant matters. I think these are like almost $1 million. So all these screenshots added up equals 175. We're at 135 plus 175. What's it going to be? 162 once those sell. What does this come out to be? Is that everything? Oh no. Well, like technically, I got this too. 8.8K copper, which I think is like 60 mil, 655 million. So if you were to include the copper, it's 700. How much does that come out to be per hour? 35 million an hour? That seems pretty nuts, man. 35 mil for a farming setup that most people already have. I mean, granted, you need to get some stuff, right? You got to get this thing, which is not exactly super cheap, but I could sell it back for probably pretty close to what I paid for it, if not more. I only have Pest Terminator 2 on my armor. I didn't do anything crazy like 5. I had to buy the material because as I briefly mentioned at the end of the stream before, I was farming beetles, or well, I was mainly trying to attract beetles. So if you use dung, then more beetles come than anything else. And you can see it very clearly clearly inside of the bestiary. I killed 193 beetles as opposed to everything else where it's like 10 earthworms and 8 mites and 10 mosquitoes. And like the reason you do the beetles is because of this book right here, because that's where like the bulk majority of this money came from. A couple things that I will say about the update. So let's say, for example, let's say that I was farming like this. I have my angle, right? 135, whatever the frick, right? Just like that, right? So now a pest is spawned. It tells me in chat. If I click it, it'll take me to the plot that it's on, which is cool. Then I go to the pest. And now once I capture the pest, nice, I got a flipping book too. GG, another 12 mil. I wish that after killing it, it would give me the option to teleport back to the same block that I was already at. Because I obviously, after killing the pest, I want to be back on this block. So why can't the game just put me back here? Otherwise, this is what I was doing. I was farming, and then once it would spawn, I would do /set spawn. And then I would go over, and I would get it, and then I would do /warp garden. Which is kind of stupid, but I wish that it wasn't like that. This just seems like a stupid workaround for something that like could just be in the game. And then also, my second complaint is that you're not compensated sugarcane crop count during a contest. When I have to go kill the pests, I don't want to lose my chance of getting a gold medal. So I want to be given the collection that I missed out on. It gives you a lot of farming XP. You get like 3,000 farming XP for capturing these things, which I feel like is a ton. So I'm definitely not missing out on the farming XP, but I'm missing out on the crop collection, which I don't like that. There's something flipping ridiculous going on with the fire sale, which actually this is probably one of my favorite fire sales that they've done in a long time. And yeah, it looks a little wild. They're doing 10 different fire sales at the same time, apparently, and they all just happen to be rat pets, which I guess is kind of cool. I was a little bit disappointed when I saw the quantity, because I saw the 10 and I thought, oh my gosh, is this sheep's round 2? Are they all going to be 500 quantity? 1500 is not bad, but this is 15,000 skins. If they had done 500, this would have only been 500 skins, and that would have been the sheep's again that sold out in 22 seconds and went on to be worth so much money, right? This is the same as the rocks, right? This is probably a good fire sale, but the quantity is so high though. When they do these big sets of one skin like they did with the rocks right here, these are like the most valuable skins in the game. And then when they do the big sets like they did with the sheeps, like these sheeps and these sheeps, these are the most valuable skins in the game. And then when they did the elephants, these are the most valuable skins in the game. So when they've done these big sets before, they've gone on to be the most valuable skins in the game. But the caveat is that all the other ones were 300 to 500 quantity, and these are 1500 quantity. So I think that if this were to become 500 quantity, these would be very, very, very valuable skins in a short period of time. Yeah, bruh. Jeez, speak of the rats. Holy man, got the cheese. I did want to talk about my flower minion setup too, because when I built the flower minion setup, I was sick and my voice was all super bad, and I will not be including those clips in a video. So like, I did want to show this and how this actually works and like how efficient it actually is and how much money it actually makes. The only thing is this right here. I did notice this, and this actually causes serious problems if it ends up all over the place. You get these weird like fake source blocks. Like what the frick is this? That's obviously not a source block. This kind of causes problems because then it can't plant the flowers. Buggy, weird water. You could fix it with sponges. It doesn't happen very often, but anyways, the cobblestone minion breaks the cobblestone block right there. And then it doesn't regen fast enough, so the water has a chance to go down, and then it gets split a whole bunch of different times, and then it goes down and it pushes all the flowers into the hoppers, and then all the hoppers flow all the way to right here, and then they fill out these chests, which is very full. I wasn't really like, I don't know how many days this is right here, but when we did the math before, 24 hours of AFK, right? This is an AFK setup. You can't offline this setup, otherwise it doesn't work. The minis will just fill up. And I did 24 hours AFK and ended up making what, like 30 million coins a day is what this minion setup makes, which is insane. The caveat though is that it's like a 3 billion coin minion setup. It's not cheap. It's very expensive. Probably one of the most expensive minion setups on the server. Flower minions, because they're expensive to upgrade, and they're like 50 mil from the dark auction. So it makes a lot, but it's very expensive. But right, it's only 100 days to make your money back, which is like really, really good. So I'm gonna collect up all these chests right here and like see how much money comes out to be. But in essence, this is how it works. My island's always open. You can come and like copy it if you wanted to do one of these setups. The flowers take a long time to sell though, but they do sell. So Discord Sophie down below. Careful, you join the flipping real one. There's those sneaky Discord scammers, man. Make sure you don't join the scam Discords. That's so sad. Where they have the fake verification, then you lose your account. There's obviously no verification, right? There's no sign into your Minecraft account verification in my Discord. Don't ever sign into your Minecraft account anywhere. It's all a scam. There's no reason you should ever do that. What about the other flowers? They're all useless. You just throw them in the void. I wish they weren't even in the chest. Did you ever get overgrown grass? No. I didn't get a book from the librarian, and I didn't get a single overgrown grass. Never. I was kind of hoping I was going to get one of those, because that would have changed the rates like a lot, right? If I gotten either one of those, because the overgrown grass is like 100 mil, isn't it? I got 7. Dude, I did every single visitor. Speaking of that too, when you're farming, the way that the spray gun ends up working out with the visitors is actually very nice. And by the time that your pests that you turn in from the bag, it's all in like 30 minutes. By the time for the visitors to build up, plus the 1 extra, that takes about 30 minutes. And then when you redeem the pests for the time, that's also 30 minutes. And then when you spray the plot, it's also 30 minutes. So it all like actually is not irritating at all to go through and do it because it all works out at the same time. Okay, good enough. Empty enough. It's fine. All right, how much money did I get from that? 1 second. Actually, let me click to the minions too. And I was using foul flesh inside of these things. That's the fuel that you want to use if you're going to AFK them. You don't want to use hypercallus. Hypercallus wouldn't do anything inside of these because it's an AFK minion setup. Okay. Poppies first, which is like almost nothing. This will be like, yeah, 2 mil, like no money at all. Poppies suck. How much money is that? 64. Oh my gosh, that's not even all of them. Wow. 23 mil, 64, 2 mil. That is crazy. How much is that? About 90 mil. So that's probably maybe 3 days. 90 million coins from AFKing flower minions. That is pretty flipping crazy.